Are you thinking of moving to Seattle but not sure if you can handle living here? Stay tuned. In this video, I'm going to share 6 reasons why you might want to think twice before making the move to Seattle. Hi everyone, my name is Amanda, your local realtor expert, and on this channel I post lots of videos about what it's like to live here in Seattle metro area. And if you enjoy this content, make sure to subscribe and click on that bell so you'll be notified whenever I post a new video. We get calls, emails, and texts every day from people that are thinking about moving to here. And then also, I love helping people, but I cannot help you unless you reach out. So give me a call, send an email, send a text, and I got your back when it's anything about moving to Seattle. So number 1 reason, weather. Let's start with the weather. Seattle is famous for its cloudy and rainy days. We get rain most of the year, which a few nice summers are amazing. If you're used to a sunny weather, the gray skies and the constant drizzle might be tough for you to handle. Even though what we consider a nice Seattle day, you might still be gray and overcast. But remember, all the rain keeps our city lush and green. In the winter, it's not uncommon to have weeks of rain and overcast skies. Spring can also be quite wet, even in June. You might still need an umbrella. The summer, though, are fantastic, with warm and sunny days that make up for the rest of the year. So if you love the greenery and can't tolerate the rain, Seattle might still be for you. Number 2, the traffic. Next up, traffic. Seattle traffic is notoriously bad. The city is surrounded by water and our roads are not laid out in a simple grid, which makes getting around a little tough. So traffic can start as early as 2 p.m. on weekdays, and it only gets a little worse during the rush hour. But public transportation is decent if you are downtown, but it's still expanding in many areas. The city's layout with the water to the east and to the west creates a natural bottleneck. So I-5 and also in the main north and south freeway often comes to a standstill. Similarly, I-405 on the east side, it's famous for congestion. So if you plan to commute, be prepared for long delays, especially during the peak hours. In the light rail system, it's growing, but it still has a way to go before it can be a complete solution. Number 3, people. Another thing to consider is the Seattle freeze. People here can be friendly on the surface, but might seem to be reserved or hard to get to know. So it takes a little time to get close to friends in here. If you're welcoming from another place where people are very outgoing, this might be an adjustment, but don't put that up to, the Seattleites are polite and will help you if you're lost. But building deeper relationships can take time. It's not impossible to make friends, but it requires patience and effort. So joining local clubs or activities can help a lot. So once you break through that initial reserve, people here are loyal and genuine friends. Number 4, the homelessness. Seattle has a large homeless population, and it is a common issue in many big cities, and Seattle, it's no exception. You might see homeless encampments in various parts of the city, including along highways, under the bridge. The city is working on solutions, but it's an ongoing challenge. The homeless situation is visible with tents and makeshift shelters in many areas. The city government has been trying different approaches to address this issue, including providing more shelters and services. While there have been improvements, it's still a very significant aspect of living in Seattle that you should be aware of. Number 5, cost of living. Seattle, it's not a cheap place to live. Housing prices are high, with the median home prices around $850 or more. And even though condos can be pricey, groceries, gas, and other essentials are also expensive. So if you're moving from a less expensive area, the cost of living here might shock you. And rent isn't much cheaper either. The average rent for a one-bedroom apartment in Seattle is around $2,000 a month. So everyday costs like groceries, dining out are also higher than national average. And while salaries can be higher too, it is essential to budget carefully and to be prepared for those higher expenses. And then number 6, politics. Finally, let's talk about politics. Seattle is known for being very progressive and liberal. So if you're not used to this, it might take some time to get used to. The political atmosphere, it's something to consider depending where you're coming from. And then also depending on your personal views. Seattle political climate is one of the active engagements in progressive policies. Issues like environmental, sustainability, social justice, inclusivity are very important here. So if this aligns with your values, you'll likely find Seattle a great place to live. And if not, it might be a bit of an adjustment. So those are the 6 main things to think about when moving to Seattle. It is a beautiful city with lots to offer, but like any places, it has its downsides. And if you have any questions or need any help or advice or suggestion about moving here, don't hesitate to reach out. So you can call, email, or text me, and I got your back when you're thinking about moving here to Seattle.